All right, now 15 miles south of Sarasota, Florida is Nokomis Beach. Now, on this beach lies Casey Key Road. Along this road is the West Wind Apartments. It's here at this very place where the greatest and most unique sport in the world is played.
My friends, behold, KC Chaos. And what was the legendary season of 2023?
But hey, can I tell you an interesting fact about myself? You know what I was really born to be? A race car driver. I should have been a race car driver. Just a little factoid for everybody.
All right, now, Liar's Dice is a game of probability, deception, and strategy. Originating from the ancient Incas, the game dates back all the way to the 15th century. To begin the game, each player has a cup containing 5 dice. Typical game consists of 6 players, meaning there are 30 dice total. Players make a bet when they're turning dice. To bet in this here game, player calls out something like 9 threes. This is them claiming that they think there are 9 total threes under everyone's cups. Now keep this in mind, a player can only look at their own dice, and each bet must be higher than the previous one. When someone finally believes that the previous bet is just too dang high to be true, they pull down cup, revealing their dice to the table. This makes every other player also lift their cups. Let's say the bet that was pulled on was 11 fives. Now, since we can see everyone's dice, we can count if there are actually 11 fives. If there are more than 11 or exactly 11, the player who bet is safe, and the player who pulled loses a dice. If there are less than 11, well, vice versa. When you run out of dice, you're out of the game. Last player standing, he's a winner.
Doug, did I tell you I shot a 94 the other day?
No.
Yeah, at Browns Mill, I shot a 94.
Good.
Yeah.
18 holes.
Mm-hmm.
How many mulligans did you do?
Did none. We did it. We did a legit round.
That was really?
on 9. Yep.
That's really good.
Yeah, I was super happy with it. And it could have been so much better. My irons. There we go.
Here comes Jose Cuervo.
Well, I mean, to be honest, lackluster performance the first 2 years, and I mean, I didn't even get out of the gates.
I'm playing under the name Coco for this tournament, so
You gonna do a hat trick for him?
I'm just gonna win.
There we go.
And so I just felt that I needed to dig deep and look for an inspiration that was somewhere deep down inside. And all of a sudden, Coco popped out, and I'm simpatico with the sombrero and everything that Coco stands for.
Well, out in Sonoma, California, there's a little bar called the Cricklewood, the home of dice, I guess, for us. I picked up the game there and had so much fun, brought it back and got some cups and taught everybody, and it's caught on. It's a pretty good game.
All right.
You want it damage on the side of the table, you'll get damage on the side of the table.
Hey,
It's a shirt.
probably the guy I was most leery about would be Rufus. Well, you know, he's got my name and he's picked up a lot of my good traits and my habits about playing, you know, and the tips I've given him over the years. And, you know, it's like playing yourself. It's tough.
It's like playing a younger clone of yourself.
Well, I had a down year in 2021, if I remember correctly. Was slacking that year, but last year was my best year so far. Everything was going right, so hopefully this year I can get back on that.
Me and Gaga, about 4.5 years ago, we were driving. He was giving me a driving instruction test, and it was March of 2019, and we were just talking about March Madness, and then he jokingly threw out, what if there was a March Madness of dice, like at the beach? And then we were like, all right, what would it be called? You need the alliterations because you have the MM for March Madness. So we were like, all right, Casey Chaos, how about that? And then when I got home, I was like, well, what if I actually, tried to make this happen? Yeah, everyone loved it that year. We made the shirts and everything, and it caught on, and we're still going here in 2023.
I need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9, 10, 11.
Man, okay.
Matt, can you go look?
Sometimes the elders are referred to as the legends. And that's mainly just because they're old and have been playing for a long time. As one of the legends that plays in this tournament, there was a time where it just got a little tired. And then when Casey Chaos came around, suddenly everybody wanted to win again. And that's a big motivator.
This thing's been going on for decades now. It's pretty cool. And the cool thing is you guys will keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great game.
Yeah.
With better company. How about that?
4 aces.
4 5s.
4, 6.
Who scares you the most in Casey Chaos, competition-wise?
I mean, I would say Wit, because he just rolls so well, so consistently. But, I mean, everyone has hot streaks. Everyone wins, everyone loses. I mean, I'd say we're all pretty much the same, so I guess everyone scares me equally.
I need a mirror.
Yeah, there's some greats in the game around the table, but I'd have to say probably Rufus. I probably have a list. Rufus, my dad, he's sneaky, and now with that sombrero this year, who knows what's going on under that hat. Also Gaga, Little Brook. I mean, a lot of people around the table.
Everyone.
7, 5s.
Now nothing could go Gaga's way as the game continues.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
6, 7, 8, 9.
The first game, I got 0 points, but my old friend Casey Stengel, you ever heard of him? Said it depends who's ahead at the end of the game, not at the beginning.
Yeah.
So, I'm not worried about not doing that well. In the words of my friend Kirby Smart, he says, keep chopping wood, keep chopping wood. That's what I'm going to do.
Game 1 was down to Wit versus Henny.
2 4s.
He has 2.
Wit was able to snag that victory.
I'm here with the winner of Game 1 of the 2023 tournament. Anything to say about that win?
The cup felt hot, felt good after the long break. I'd like to thank my opponents.
Oh, wow.
Sand felt good on the feet. Just everything felt right. Got it done. Got the job done.
There you have it.
Seeing how the rules have evolved, a lot of the thought that's been put into the process, a lot of the tweaks that have happened the last couple times. I mean, the spreadsheet, the stats I know that you're working on. This could take off. This could be copyrighted. This could be something that could be turned into a business.
The following afternoon, Game 2 was off and running.
Full disclosure, I really don't know what I'm doing. I said
They didn't last year.
Just
Okay, 4, 5s.
It was a pleasure to be in the finals with my son. It was a shocker.
Yeah.
Not that he was in the finals, but that I was in the finals. He had been on a roll. He had taken out Rufus. He had taken out Rob.
I'm pretty sure Rufus was third. And I was sitting next to him.
Rue was the monster at the table. He was to be feared. But Paco here took him down.
And then it got down to a 1-1.
You know, I'm on the ropes at this point. I made a valiant effort to, take him down, and he smoked me.
I remember falling out of my chair once it was over.
After a good game of dice, it was down to Henny, Max, and Dave.
3 6s.
Well,
That got nasty quick, didn't it?
yeah.
Wait. He pulled the 3 6.
A clever pull from Max leaves Dave with a third-place finish.
Husky.
Good pull, Mac.
That husky.
This guy doesn't roll with anything but natural.
I mean, they tell you it's all in the elbow here, so give a little demo. In the wrist, that's a weak pull. That's a not confident pull. In the elbow, however, that's where you get that
reveal.
Yeah, the quick. And
Are you ever scared of of tearing something in your arm like Coco?
Yeah, I heard about Coco. I heard he's doing okay. He was cleared to play this season, which is great.
I trained too hard for the first 2 tournaments, and I didn't make them. And turns out I had a torn tendon from pulling. I just had Tommy John in the off season, and so I'm good. But yeah, look at that.
What you got, champ?
No, a 6.
Champ versus Evolution. 2 6.
No 6.
Oh, yeah, the ace. Like the worst thing you could have. Good game, champ.
Good game.
Good
Nothing you could have done. Anything to say about that win? Roll of thirds.
Anything to say to your opponents?
Good game. All right.
Day 2 was drawing to a close, but the tournament had only just begun.
It's pretty neat. You guys pull these dice out pretty much anywhere we all convene. So it's really cool to see what we got, 2-3 generations of dice players out here? Yeah. Seeing I'm still the rookie at the table. But no, it's really cool. It's a cool family dynamic. It's a lot of fun. And it's just, there's nothing not to love about it.
No, we're playing, I believe it was number 10 at the time, at Jacaranda, and there's a canal, and there's homes to the left of the canal, and I hit a 5-wood approach into that hole.
Little Brook was probably about 16 or 17, and he powered one right through this guy's screen in pool.
A couple of holes later, the marshal asked us if we'd hit a ball over there.
Here comes this guy, he was madder than all get out, and want you to pay for that. Well,
hey, assumed risk. You live on a golf course. Golf balls are going to come into your yard.
It got down to, I'll have my attorney call your attorney.
So ultimately, the course personnel told us never to come back there again.
But we've gone back to Jacaranda, and we're still looking for that old guy.
I don't know that it's ever been firmly established that I was the one that hit that ball to start out with.
I think it's definitely more skill than luck. I think probably 75-80% skill. I mean, it's liar's dice. You don't have to have a good hand to play well. I think if you have a good cadence and you can make believable lies, then you don't need to have a good hand. You can just pass it along.
Well, the way I would answer that, I think a good player can win with bad dice. I think a bad player will never win with good dice. How about that?
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So I might be in trouble sandwich between you two guys.
No, based on how I played last game.
Yeah, he's not a problem over there.
I don't know,
It's
man.
nothing to worry about.
And Edwards in between 2 Wilsons.
He's a golfer. He's not a dice player.
Telling you,
I lost my dice touch.
It's either one or the other. Good at golf or good at dice.
Although Rufus claims he's in a slump, few have forgotten Cousin Cat's notorious crab cake game in the 2020 championship game.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I mean, I don't know how you can forget it.
All the blood went to his stomach or something. There is not a lot of room for dice in the mind.
Cav loaded up on crab cakes and paid the price. I think I might have been sitting next to him or just nearby him that game, but something fell off with Cav. I mean,
I think he put down like 10 crab cakes that night.
His mind was on something else.
If the stats team is correct, he lost 5 of the first 6 dice of that game.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
Crab cakes will do that.
I mean, like 10-2s?
As Game 3 kicks off, Rufus, still unable to find his touch, loses the first dice of the game.
I would say it's 90% physical. About 30 or so percent mental, you know.
Well, the zone starts with 250 push-ups, and that's just to get the blood pumping. And then really the night before, it's all about no eating after 7 p.m. So I'm hungry going into the day.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing, so they're all thinking, I get it.
Rob,
I don't know what I'm doing.
That's a brilliant strategy.
It is. I get it. Okay. All right.
Just all instinct.
How many dice are there? 16, so I'm going to say 5 6s.
I like the way you said that with a question.
So is that a Canadian style
Yeah.
call?
Soon after the laughter, the game got serious. Down to just Rob versus Coco.
Every Sunday afternoon when I watch NASCAR, I should be strapped up in one of those cars. No question about it.
Rob is a wild card. I've been playing dice with a lot of the normal participants for a longer time, so you kind of know how they're going to play. You can kind of predict them better. But Rob, he's a little bit of a wild card.
I have no idea what I'm doing. And when I start thinking, I just get myself in trouble.
2-6.
Just go for it. That's kind of my motto.
Mm-hmm.
Just buckle those chin straps and let it roll.
Despite Rob's valiant effort, Coco secures his first win of the tournament.
Coco wins one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Very nice.
Wow. See, I was waiting for you to have an A.
Well, what you're going to interview me right now. I want to tell you about that jock around the shot.
What did I say that wasn't
The
true?
fairway was 150 yards wide. You had a canal that was 50 yards wide.
It was
You had
not
a
50 yards
backyard
wide.
that was 40
That canal
yards
was
wide.
about 20 feet
And it goes
wide.
into the screen over there. I mean, you talk about,
It was a hook.
it'd be like if I'm aiming at that and I hit it 3 houses down across the street that way. It's one of the worst shots I've ever seen.
Soon enough, Game 4 was off and running.
Who scares you the most in KC Chaos competition-wise?
Myself. I'm afraid of my own capacity. But the truth is, no one really knows what's going to happen. You know, it comes down to the whim of these dice. You either roll them like a madman, or you just get skunked.
There's a lot more about reading other people and, obviously being able to calculate odds, but there's a lot more skill to it than people think.
All right, so I guess the textbook answer would be 50-50, right? But I think as you play this long enough, I think the book would tell us it'd be more of a 70-30 skill to roll kind of thing.
The more I play it, I think there's definitely a little more skill to it than I'd like to believe.
I'd say it's probably 2/3 skill and 1/3 luck, maybe. I mean, there is some luck involved, but there's definitely some skill to it.
You got to play the people, not the hand or the cards or the dice that you're playing the people. Max, I know exactly what you have under your cup every time you roll. It's weird. I'm kidding, of course.
Meanwhile, Rufus gets some of his rhythm back, placing third in the game.
Which leaves it down to Will Henry and that mysterious Coco.
I mean, I've been talking with ESPN the whole summer on trying to get these games at least on ESPN Plus. Maybe the championship game on ESPN2.
That championship game last year, even though I didn't win, we had a nice crowd around the table.
The championship game was at night because that particular hut had lighting in it. I got to tell you, it felt like the Super Bowl.
It was a super cool game.
You've got breeze coming in off of the beach. You've got a nice crowd inside the hut. You've got lighting. That felt big.
Another win was in sight for Coco. That is, until Will Henry had something to say about it. With another savvy pull, Will Henry beats out Coco for a victory in Game 4.
How does being the youngest player in the tournament make you approach each game?
I'm driven by it. I do want to do well, just to prove that I can play with the older kids, you know.
Will Henry scares me the most. I have no clue how to play next to Will Henry, and that's the truth.
Is a dice cup half empty or half full?
That's a great question. I mean, I think it always has to be half full, except when you're out of the game, then it's empty there. And I've seen a lot of empty dice cups over the years, as that 11th out of 11 ranking will tell you. But
honey, I just want a honey to coffee. I was walking down the road when a little old woody toad came hopping in a hot like a roasted coffee bean.
Can I just announce my personal sponsorship with Medela? They asked for Heart of a Lion, and they get Heart of a Lion.
Okay, yeah.
Don't overuse it, is what I'll say.
Yeah, see.
So did you guys take a nap after golf? Dude, I mean, like, I was like on another planet. Like, they could have operated on me. I'm serious,
Without
man.
anesthesia.
Without any anesthesia. And I could have had a knee replacement.
Who scares you the most in Casey Chaos, competition-wise?
To my right over here, Uncle Dave. Hands down. He can count dice. And he knows when we're lying, I feel like. I think like he's got a tab on that more than anybody at the table.
Are you going to be asking for proprietary information?
I've got a few questions for you. Just ignore the cameras. Just have a nice
I'm good on camera. I've got no problem. I'm a natural.
Game 5 kicks off. Every player fighting for a place in the championship game.
I've heard people say your 2021 title win was a fluke. Do you have any rebuttal to those claims?
I have a lot of rebuttal to those claims because I won it fair and square. I mean, it wasn't a COVID year. Everyone was there. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that win at all. People are just, I think, a little mad. Maybe a little jealous.
He just tends to roll 4 or 5 of a kind, and then his strategy is just bet that number. Yeah. And usually it goes his way.
Yeah, you would say it works though, right?
Yeah, he gets into some of those games.
I mean, Rufus is an aggressive player, I would say. He knows what he's doing out there. He's a seasoned vet. He just knows how to play the game the right way.
I think it's a combination of just getting lucky, and I have been reading Gaga's dice book every night before bed. I've been doing some coaching, trying to get into mid-season form.
The game rambles along. Nobody's out.
As commissioner, how concerned are you about the possibility that some are using PEDs to gain an unfair advantage?
Yeah, that's something we've been investigating in the past couple weeks. There's been talk of some players using some no-no substances, but I think we've got it under control.
Get ahead and jump back at him.
All right, what are you doing? 10 seconds to tell us what's up there. Good luck.
I tell people probably the thing that I was the most proud of at the Wheel of Fortune was that I was able to block out all of the boom cameras and the floating cameras and the lights and the hosts and all of that kind of stuff and manage to still play the game the way it was supposed to be.
Proving my point. There you go. Nothing to it. Where'd that come from? Would you and your wife like a new BMW? I think they might. Wow, $87,240.
So here, yeah, there's, it's obviously it's fun, but there's all sorts of gamesmanship and talking going on back and forth. So, will that help? Maybe. Who can say?
Max was hanging on by a thread as the game got down to just a few players left.
Usually, someone who's losing is usually the first person at the table to call out for team dice. They're tired of losing, and they're trying to get some sympathetic players on board.
The very next hand, Max was forced to make another tough choice.
Look at the C's. Of course he had the ace. 1-6.
Oh. The odds were on Brooks' side in a narrow win over Dave.
The only thing I can do is say 2 sixes.
33% chance.
Oh. I think there's a lot more truth telling now. Everybody's playing truth tellers dice. If you outroll the other guy, what makes it tough for us older guys, is you get some young kid with a sweet little innocent face and he's lying out his teeth, and you can't believe it.
July 14th had arrived. After today, we'll have ourselves a tournament champion.
It's not that high. It's thirds.
But you're
it's
pushing
thirds,
me
but
to
I'm
go
forcing
forward.
you.
Yeah,
I'm forcing you into four.
He doesn't want to be
But
the
it's
bull.
probable.
And
It's
he doesn't
probable.
want to be the bull.
Yeah, wait, look at him begging that you not to pull.
I don't have a
If he
Go
had
ahead,
if
pull.
he had 2 sixes,
Pull.
he would be silent.
I don't have a single 6
Go ahead
on
and
this
pull.
cup either.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know what I have.
Not a single.
Do you have any favorite memories or moments from past Casey Chaoses?
Winning was nice.
3 5s.
4 5s.
No 5s.
1.
Yes, he had 2.
Oh! Oh wait, no.
No, he just hit the number.
I thought he said 3 5. Oh.
So I have a mission next year to win this thing. All the players have been doing great. They've won. Dave, then Henny, then Whit, then Henny. But next year is going to be the mission of the commish.
1 6. 2 6. He's got him.
Yeah. After a clever counter bet from Rob, it all comes down to this.
Oh! Rob, I won!
Hey, for starters, how many points did I just get?
You won with 1, so 4 points.
If we were playing Yahtzee, I'd kick all y'all's asses all the time. But kamikaze style is kind of working. We do another one today.
We could do another one today.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty froggy. Yes, sir. Whoa. How about them apples?
Yeah.
Good. Hey, you know what? Blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then.
You finished tied for second place after the regular season last year. Was that a miracle, or do you think you can replicate it or even surpass that impressive performance this year?
Probably a miracle, but hell yeah, I think I can. I think I can surpass it.
I know, because I have all 9.
I haven't seen a 6, so we know.
I like that pull.
Despite Gaga's slow start to the tournament, he seems to be heating up as the penultimate game begins.
Do you have any favorite memories or moments of Casey Chaos?
Wow. Not really, because I've never won in the big tournament. So my favorite memory will be when I walk off with the championship trophy this year.
As Game 7 continues, Rufus still can't seem to get anything to go his way.
1.
Gaga, he's a veteran. He has the experience, and he's a good in-game dice player. He's really good in one-on-one situations.
Yeah.
So he's someone always to look out for.
I'm doing terribly, okay. Wait, seven sixes?
It's your bid.
7, 6, and
And he is flustered.
Yeah, 6.
Just pass it along.
4 twos.
That's not passing it along.
I'm not playing team dice with you.
Well, now I'm gonna pull you. No, he has 4, 5 twos.
The game narrows, now down to just Dave and Gaga. A strong effort from the veteran, but Dave pulls out the win.
What amount of luck versus skill do you think Liar's Dice is? It's close to 50-50, maybe like some little percentage, because I mean really, if you're rolling the right stuff and you don't know what to do with it, it's hard to win. And I mean, I know I do a lot of the good rolling, but I don't know, I feel like I wouldn't be where I am without some good, throw some lies in there and sometimes saying what you have.
10-6. All right. 11 twos.
It all comes down to this. The final game to decide who will soar and who will fall.
Got a visitor. 4, 5, 6, 7. We shot 12. 8. All of a sudden I felt something on my foot.
That's right.
The final 2 remain. It's the commish against Dave.
Max knew he'd been beaten. Dave has now won 2 of the last 3 games, propelling him to the #1 seed.
Describe the bold prediction you made while we were in Italy. Whoa, there's one right there. I mean, so we picked up a bathing suit that I was like really looking at. I just loved like the design on it, and brought it back to the hotel after buying it. And I don't know why this really sparked in my mind, but I was just talking with Max. I held it up and Max started recording, and I was like,
I'm wearing these in the Case of Chaos 2023 championship finals, and I'm winning.
you know, it's a bold statement, but I'm willing to back it up. You know, I'm feeling good this year. Do you have any favorite quotes or sayings that we use in dice?
Well, there's a lot. I'm not sure what the rating on this program is going to be, but there's several that I love, but I shouldn't say. The train phenomenon of it's a 3 train, it's a 5 train, and sometimes it's real and sometimes it's not.
Sometimes it's an imaginary train.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, behold the 6 finalists. Here it comes. It's the 6 seed Rob Edwards. To be feared, it's the 5th seed Whit Wilson. Small yet mighty, it's the 4th seed Will Henry Hosking. The most interesting man in the world, it's the 3rd seed Coco. Don't look him dead in the eyes, it's the 2nd seed Brooke Richards. And now, standing at 6 feet and 4 inches at the top of the table is the 1st seed Dave Hosking.
Here we are at KC Chaos. Simon, good to see you again, mate. How you doing? The gladiators are around the table.
he is, old Dave. Don't see any cowboy cookies there, but maybe he's got some in his bag somewhere.
Look at little Henry. The wind blowing through his hair. Lovely.
Coco sneaking in there. It almost appears to be a game of shirts and skins.
Oh, he was just taking the table right there. Oh, they're shaking. What is happening now, Nigel?
Rob is a sneaky one there with that visor cap. You know, he's almost looking like he's trying to play a bit sneaky.
And look at that one. The one in the pink shirt with the big hat. Pissed or mental?
Coco definitely mental.
Mental?
Mental always.
I think you're right. He looks so good in pink. He's always wearing pink.
What do you think about little Brooke there? Yeah?
Hello, Brooke. You look rather bold today.
Where's he been? I like where he's showing the guns. Sun's out, guns out.
Did you see Coco scratching that beard? Is there something in there?
I think he's looking for some monkey dust. Get a little luck in there.
Is he cheating?
You're allowed to drink in this game.
What is that? Is that a bush light?
Bit of a disadvantage.
Oh, goodness. Where's the Carlsberg or the Heineken?
Dave looks a bit vexed.
What's he going to do next? And oh, there's little Wit. Look at him with the poker face at Casey Chaos.
You can just see and Dave has discarded. He's down to the green shirt. What comes next?
He wants to stand out. He's his own man. Hello, Rob. Oh, he's chuckling. You think that's a little tactic? To throw his mate off? Brooke. Oh, he might be a little pissed himself.
That's why they call him Little Brooke. Little pissed. Little confused.
Did you just say 5 fours?
Oh,
Yeah. Wait, did I? Yeah, I said 5-4.
I have no place to go. I've got to give you 2.
Look at that handsome young man.
Oh, is this the one where he takes it?
3.
Did you see that manly hands coming out? Coco versus Little Brooke.
Minutes ticking away.
The gladiators thinking.
Did I brush my teeth this morning or was that yesterday?
Oh, he went for the reveal. Well done, Coco. You're the victor.
Bravo. Bravo, Coco.
Deep breath. Relief. He's going to take a nap now.
I'm thinking that he swims out 200 yards into the ocean against the tide with a fishing pole to see what he can bring in.
On a paddleboard.
Just his bare hands.
Oh, he doesn't need a fishing rod. He can catch him with his bare hands. That's how fast and strong he is.
That's why he's called Coco. It's short for cocoa nuts.
Well done, Nigel.
Simon, so good to see you.
Lovely days then.
Cheers, mate.
Am I just looking at this one the whole time, or looking at you?
What's he going to do next? And oh, there's Little Wit. Look at him with the poker face at Casey Chaos.